never come, but the memories live on. Be strong, don't cry when I'm gone. This life is a path to infinity.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to chilly, but of course sold-out Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store between the Baltimore Ravens and the Kansas City Chiefs. For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. The drive will begin with a run by Edwards-Helaire. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not the kind of gain that will go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of gain that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire, with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Mahomes going to throw. They're going for Hamler, but this is intercepted. Picked up by Divine Diablo. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football.
Brandon, I wonder if someone's down there checking on the head coach right now, because he might be in a little bit of shock after what just transpired. Instead of a lengthy opening drive to deal with, his guy stepped up and stole that drive away. Momentum on their side now. How will they attack on offense?
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And this time not as successful, as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points in the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they'll be looking to make amends for that first drive, which came to a rather abrupt ending.
Certainly did, and I remember going back to my notes before this game, and a lot of times when I scout a guy, I have a little section about how does he handle adversity. And in this case, a big check mark. He may have thrown the first interception, but I don't think he's going to throw very many more.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Going quickly out wide to Moore. Room here to run. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That one covers 29 yards. First down. That's how you draw up the run-pass option right there. You get a chunk play out of it.
And you know quarterbacks love to throw the RPOs because oftentimes they're in-breaking routes, but receivers love it even more. The ball gets to them quickly, allows them to put some moves on in the secondary.
First and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. Second down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Mahomes on the give to Edwards-Helaire. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense, and know what they say. Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. On 3rd down, here's Edwards-Helaire. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
The kick by Elliott is good, and that will tie us at 3-3. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 45-yard line. Sliding out of the pocket. Right side, there's Likely with it. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. 3-3, a tight one after one on EA. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Play action. Now Jackson. On the run. He'll let this go deep right side. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
So many times I advocate not challenging coverage downfield, but on this play, I thought he made an excellent decision to actually do so. If that had been complete, that would have been one for the highlight reel.
And the ball is knocked out, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. And some space here. A big play there on the catch and run. And even 50 yards. They'll run with Edwards-Helaire. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
On 2nd and goal, Mahomes. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. A big one coming in this divisional round playoff, 3rd and goal. They will try to run with Edwards-Helaire. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Clyde Edwards-Helaire. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead is now 10-3. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Now Jackson on 1st down. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Aiden Hutchinson. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Chiefs are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
Here's Edwards-Helaire as they will start on the ground. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. A throw left side, hauled in by Hamler. And he'll be out right at the 35. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well. On play action, it's Mahomes. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't third down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the first down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
On 2nd down, a run with Edwards-Helaire. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Now a swing pass. It's Edwards-Helaire. And he's got some space here. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A big play that time on the catch and run. 30 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Edwards-Helaire on the counter. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
On running plays, linemen, of course, have their assignments. That's expected. But it's not often you're expecting to see a cornerback blitzing in run support and tackling the runner for a loss.
2nd down, back to Edwards-Helaire. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, but they've only got it back to 3rd and 10.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory.
43!
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. As they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Edwards-Helaire as they run out of the gun. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No first down. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now Jake Elliott for the field goal try. He hit his first one. This from 44 yards out now. The kick by Elliott is good. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception. interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Rolling to his left. And it's intercepted. It's Devin Lloyd with a pick. And the Chiefs are going to take over at their own 41. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it. And the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
They'll send the big tight end in motion right. Throwing on 2nd down. Mahomes. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. So it's on to halftime of this AFC divisional round matchup. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to get a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Jackson from the shotgun. He finds his man, complete. It's Bush. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the 1st down.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. From just shy of midfield, Jackson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. It looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. They go play action now. Jackson complete to Likely. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Oh, for the third time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Chiefs are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
Second down, back to Edwards-Helaire. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 53 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Here's Edwards-Helaire. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
A shotgun snap and a give to Edwards-Helaire. And some room to work. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They go play fake. Mahomes. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
They go back to the ground with Edwards-Helaire. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped him. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the 1st, right around the 42. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now. The kick by Elliott is good. And the lead stretches. 16-3 now. Whatever was said in the locker tackle during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin this second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Darius Slay with a pick. He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late. And that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive. As they score here, especially a touchdown, it's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take...
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. He'll drop that off to Edwards-Helaire. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Now Edwards-Helaire. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's 2nd down. I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
2nd down, back to Edwards-Helaire. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now a carry for Edwards-Helaire. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. The kick by Elliott is good. I don't know if you ever go into a game expecting to attempt a kick of 62 yards. Charles, not only attempt it, but make it one of the longest kicks that we've ever seen.
Yeah, I'm not sure you ever go into a game expecting to kick one of this distance, but all the better kickers, they do dream of it, and they show what they can do in practice and convince their coaches to give them a chance. That one surely paid off. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They go play action with Jackson. Going up top. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
We've seen that the deep ball has been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Patrick Queen. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. But just to add that to the list of great moments for this defense today, they've really shredded that game plan on the other side all 4 quarters. And, Charles, that pick 6, that's kind of the cherry on top.
Yeah, and they did it, and I feel like I'm quoting a bad movie line, but they did it together, didn't they? Fed off of each other, every big play they made, every tackle, every pick, everything they've done. They continually built energy in this one, and how about them culminating with a pick 6?
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And that last pick 6 may have been the backbreaker as they now face a 3-score deficit in the 4th quarter. They need points quickly. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about his desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame whooping has turned into results.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson finds his man over the middle. It's Likely. And they work this well upfield across the 45. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. No hesitation, goes right back to Likely. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 35-yard line. He finds his man, complete. That's Bush. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. On target to his man, Likely. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Facing a 2nd and 3. Ball on the 10. Play action. It's Jackson. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And he will have the 1st down before he's brought down at the 3. To throw is Jackson. And in for the Ravens touchdown. From 3 yards out. And the Ravens are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. So the Ravens will keep the offense on the field as they're going to go for 2. Jackson here is going to look to throw. He's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Chiefs are going to make the recovery. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a third and about 4 more for a first. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Open man Hamler. And he coughed it up. And it's picked up by the Ravens.
Well, that's one of those mistakes. That's a fumble that when they get to the sidelines, I know you're mad, Coach, but look, we've still got this locked down. But that's not necessarily true, is it?
No, their hopes are slim, but you just hate to give them any hope. You could have sealed it right there.
Yeah, could have finished them off and taken away all hope, as we like to say.
Jackson to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Now that's a dangerous throw right there. Moving off to his right, throwing it all the way back across field to his left. I know he had a lot of confidence in his arm. But sometimes the ball can just hang up there when it goes that distance. He was fortunate it was just incomplete.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Jackson. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to...
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefs are going to take over at their own 41. Well, all I can do up here is just shake my head. I mean, 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, you know they're going over to him, hey, we'll get them next time. Now they're probably a little bit frustrated. And if you're a receiver, you're thinking to yourself, any ball that's in the air, you become receiver and defensive back. You've got to go compete for the ball so that you don't get another one picked off.
And some room to maneuver. Powering forward. And he's going to be shoved out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 140 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in this divisional round matchup. And that run has to be so deflating for the defense. They needed the stop. That might put the icing on the cake.
Perfect word for it, because when an offense grinds a defense down and kind of takes their heart from them, and you see them start to sag, no better feeling for the team running the football.
And a short pickup there down to about the 9. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle, because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
The Chiefs going to play on another week as we say so long, everybody.
alive in the dark, and I keep getting stronger. My limit's the sky. I do the impossible, impossible. Shine if I want to. I win every time if I want to. The world mine if I want to. Make the world mine cause I want to. I pull the sword out the border, walk a floor full of cobras. Go to war with you all, we can brawl toe to toe. I can tighten loops in my lace and make lightning lose in a race. I make fire cool and come back from the triangle in Bermuda. I can suit up, live in the moon up, working and outsmarting computers. I can outswim all the tuna, and that's without a scuba. So in the laws of nature, I'm breaking the rules. Only thing I'm bad at is being a loser. I can make time traveling a surprise, make graveyards feel alive, break the immortal down to his demise. Look up and beam to the stars so you can turn off the lights. I come alive in the dark, and I keep getting stronger. Tonight I hunt with the pride. You can't take my pride away. I can sing with the